Hello guys, welcome back to Ride on Academia. We are still on our series on the matrix, right? Now today we're going to be looking at the determinant of a matrix. We're going to be looking at determinant, how we can get determinant of a matrix. Okay, now I'll be doing determinant for the 2 by 2 matrix, and then I'll be doing determinant for the 3 by 3 matrix. That's going to be my major focus, the 2 by 2 matrix and the 3 by 3 matrix. That I'm going to be focusing on square matrices. Okay, now for our 2 by 2 matrix, if we have a 2 by 2 matrix, all right, this is a 2 by 2 matrix. Now how do we get the determinant? Okay, let's assume this is our A, right? Let's assume our matrix, the name of our matrix, this is matrix A, right? Now how do we get the determinant of A, all right, which is, we call det A, right? We can call it det A, or we can also call it like this. Are we there now? How do we get the determinant of A? Now what we do for a 2 by 2 matrix, we get our determinant by what? We less the product of the minor, all right, the minor diagonal. Now this is the principal, our diagonal, it goes this way, diagonal line, all right, slanting. This is our principal diagonal, this is our minor diagonal. So we less the product of the minor diagonal from the product of the principal diagonal, all right? Now like I said, so this is our minor diagonal, this is our principal. So we are lessing the product of our minor diagonal, which is this, from the product of this, all right? So we'll be having 3 times 6, okay, subtract, okay, minus 5 times what? 4, which is our minor diagonal. So we take the product and then we less it from the principal diagonal. So our 3 times 6 is giving us 18, and then minus 5 times 4, we have what? 20. All right, now we have the 20, so we have 18 minus 20 to give us minus what? 2. That is our determinant for A. Our det A is what? Minus 2. Are we there now? So we're going to be going to the 3 by 3 matrix. All right, how to get determinant for a 3 by 3 matrix. Right, now we have a 3 by 3 matrix. Now we want to see how we can get determinant for this. Now in getting determinant for this, we are going to be working with majorly our first row. All right, now it's going to be a bit complicated, so we are going to need to pay more attention. Right, now this is our first row. We will also be working with our what? First column. Now what we are going to do is we take a particular character from our rows. Okay, majorly we are working with our rows. We take a particular character from our row, then when we take that character, we assume that we eliminate that row and that column into which that character falls. All right, now this another thing we should consider first before we go into that, which is our sign. Okay, every character has a sign. Every character, we start with our plus and end with a plus, right? So we have a plus, minus, plus. We have a minus, okay, plus, minus, okay, plus, minus, plus again. Then we have minus, plus, minus. We have plus, minus, plus. All right, so that we start with a plus. All the elements have a special character, all right? But we're only working with the special character for the rows. Like I start the main focus when we want to find determinant for a 3 by 3 matrix. All right, now the first thing we do is we pick the first item, right? Whatever number we pick it with the sign, and then we eliminate the row and column to which it falls under. All right, then that's how we're going to continue. What we're doing is, now the first number we're having here is 1, so I'm going to be taking it with the sign. That means we're having plus 1. We're having plus 1. So when we take it with the sign, okay, we eliminate the row and column, which is the first column and the first row, right? So we are left with 2, 3, 7 and 1, but we're not using their signs now. We're only using the sign for the first, all right? So we have 2, 3, 7 and 1. Okay, we're going to be working with, now we have gotten minor matrices. Okay, then the next one we're going to do is our next sign, which is minus 3. Our character sign is minus, right? So we have minus 3, and then we eliminate, okay, the first row and then the first column. So we have, if we have this taken out, we only have these 2 elements, okay, in our minor box. So we have minor matrices. All right, now the next thing we're going to do is for the last one. So we're working with just the row, the first row. All right, then we have plus 5, which is our sign. Now we eliminate the first row and the last column. So we have 4, 2, 6 and what? 7. 6 and 7. All right, so what we do is that with this we can now deduct, okay, the same way we got our 2 by 2 matrix. All right, we got our determinant for 2 by 2 matrix. We're going to be using that now on the 2 by 2 matrix. We have been able to deduct from this, and then we multiply by what? The outer number. So we want to get the determinant for that. Let's assume this is our B. We want to get our det B, right? Determinant for B, we're going to be having 1 open bracket. So our principal diagonal, right? 2 times 1, we have 2, right? Minus our minor, which is minus 21, all right? 7 times 3. Now the next one we have is the minus sign outside. We have 4 times 1. So it's always our major, our principal diagonal. Then we subtract the product of our minor diagonal, right? So 4 times 1, we have 4, minus 3 times 6, which is 18. So we have minus 18, all right? And then lastly, we have plus this, plus 5, all right? Open our bracket. 4 times 7 is 28. Then we have minus 2 times 6, which is what? 12. We have 12, all right? Now, let's continue. When we work on our bracket, we have 1 times what? Minus 2 minus 21, we'll be having minus 19. We'll be having minus 3. And then 4 minus 18, we have minus 14. And then lastly, we have plus 5. 28 minus 12, right? We have what? We have 16. Are we there? So we will now expand our bracket. So for our determinant of B, we'll be having 1 times minus 19, which is minus 19. Now we have a plus outside. We have a plus inside. Yes, we have minus 19. Good. Now we have a minus outside. We have a minus inside. So we'll be having what? Plus this, all right? Which is what? 42. And then lastly, plus times plus, right? We'll be having what? 80. So when we subtract, okay, and we add, we're going to be having what? 103. All right, so this is our determinant for what? This matrix. Are we there now? So we've come to the end of determinant of a matrix. Don't forget to like this video, share this video with as many as possible, subscribe to our channel if you haven't, click on the notification button so that when new videos drop, you'll be notified immediately. We'll see you in our next class. Thank you.